Let's go.
Hello everybody, it is I, the Ninja Reviewer here, and sorry this review is kind of a bit late, you guys. It's just been a little bit busier. I have like work and other stuff with friends kept interrupting me to do this review, which I only have time to do like one review, so I'm probably gonna do this review really quick. I didn't watch One Punch Man yet or Dragon Ball Super as of yet because I'm not gonna watch those. Probably not until tonight when I go home. Hopefully in peace I can watch these because I know thousands of people will be on Skype around that time. It's like, chill guys, I wanna watch these episodes first in like chilled fashion. I don't wanna rush into things and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, for this episode is going to be Fairy Tail episode 259 review. This episode, I'm gonna say, let's just get the elephant out of the room. It's this whole controversial because even in the manga, it was the same thing, where Happy says at that one line when the fight is about to end, because she's Erza, and that's fucking bullshit. Which Happy, no, that's bullshit. It's not just because that she's Erza. She has something like, I don't know what it is that Hiramashima made Erza the most OP bitch in fucking Fairy Tail. Because, I mean, granted, let's be honest here. She's lost all of her senses after Kaguya pretty much took away all her 5 senses. And then all of a sudden we see her eyes boiling red and shit like that. And I guess it's because she has no fear. I'm assuming a lot of people want to debate it's because she has no fear, it's because of her senses were taken, which could be the case, but it's just basically, the basic 5 senses. So I don't think fear is actually one of those, it's not one of those senses. I mean, maybe feel, I don't know, but a lot of people want to make this whole controversial about why Erza, it's just, Erza is just OP. That's the only reason. There's no such thing because she's Erza. I could say like so many things about like why does I don't know, like why doesn't like one certain character die and then it'll just keep storming up? Oh, because he's Goku or something like that. No, that's bullshit. It's not just because he's Goku. There's some explanation that they explain on why, that this character has not, died or specifically get completely paralyzed or even in a coma for that matter because of things that could have occurred. But no, that wasn't the case here. They don't explain shit about Erza and why the fuck she was able to get up from Kaguya's attack. So we see her because after Kaguya was just like pretty much dominating her in her new form, she's just literally beating the living shit out of Erza, which could turn you guys on or off, I'm just saying here, it could turn you guys on or off. But meanwhile though, well, the main important part about this episode, is the very end of this episode. The very end of this episode is the sense of danger is near. The sense of danger for the entire world of magic is in jeopardy because we all know the time for Face have activated a lot quicker is because of the power of Kaguya's new form that she actually powered up to, and because of that, she was able to actually speed up the time of Face's activation. So that's pretty much what happened, and that's the reason why it went all the way down to 0 because she used up all her true power, especially fighting Erza when Erza had those red eyes and shit, and she can't talk, she can't hear. She can't hear anything because obviously she can't hear the sound of her own voice. So that kind of, makes sense right there on why she can't really talk. And then she just passes out after the fight is actually over. Now, I don't know why, I mean, granted, we did see her do some pretty OP shit back in the tournament because she can actually defy the laws of magic by opening up a kind of like a taboo, and that's how she was able to beat Minerva. So, I mean, I still find it complete bullshit that Erza is able to do all this and without any explanation. I mean, maybe she's part of a special clan, which is why she can do all this, but no, even though Erza has like ginormously awesome strength and amazing willpower, I mean, I guess you can call it that, but it still doesn't make a difference on like how all her senses were taken, and yet all of a sudden, bam, she's able to actually win her fight. So a lot of people have this whole controversial thing, and Happy's little explanation was bullshit because it's like, oh, cause she's Urza. That's not the case, Happy. That's not the case. So I really don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, the fight itself was still pretty cool. It's just, well, okay, it's Fairy Tail. We can't really take it ginormously seriously because, let's be honest, you know, Nakama saves the day. Duh, it's pretty obvious. But still, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, other fights, even though, okay, it makes sense. Because here, the Tartarus arc kind of changes the game a bit. Like, you see characters that are in this sense of danger mode, but they win for some reason because of their, like, because it's not some, like, bullshit. Like, they don't pull this whole Nakama bullshit. They actually have, like, something within, like, a strategy to actually win their fights. Urza has no fucking strategy. She just got her senses taken away, and she just basically just beat the shit out of Kagura for, like, fucking so many goddamn times. And then after that, she's able to actually, like, sucker punch her, and then she actually, like, falls to her doom. Really? I mean, it's not like anything. It's not even like a normal, like, it's not even like a fucking, like, powerful ass, like, magic ability, or like a fist, or a fighting magic ability. It's just a fucking sucker punch. That's all she did to her, was the Kakyoin was just a sucker punch, and then she just falls to the ground, like, oh, you bested me, and then she's like gone, like, really, bitch? But yeah, granted, the fight was still cool. It's just the way it ended. I'm still not a big fan of the way that the fight ended. I'm just not a big fan of it. I mean, I'm not gonna sit and say, oh my god, it was awesome. I mean, the animation was fine and the music was on point. It's just, again, I just didn't really, you know, care for the way the fight ended, because I think just a bit too cliche, like the way it ended. And, you know, I guess because above human capabilities, you just see like a regular sucker punch and she's just like gone. Granted, you can argue too that she used a lot of her magic, like the form that she took. I mean, you can argue and say that that's the reason why that she kind of got more weakened and then she actually lost. But regardless, though, it doesn't really matter. And then also, the big important part of this episode is, again, the FaceTime is down to 0,000. And now the entire world is completely fucked. And then meanwhile, we see Mardigear and Natsu still doing their thing. Well, we don't see them fight really too often this episode, but I know we pretty much are. It's going to be a hint of a little flashback on what the two of them were doing, like, while Face was about to be activated. So we're going to get a little flashback into their little somewhat scrabble, their fight, on what's going to happen in the next episode. So there's going to be a lot of things, and I'm really hoping, you know, for we manga fans, we know for a lot of crazy things to come. Like, we actually know what's going to happen, and there's going to be a lot of feels, there's going to be a lot of epic shit too. So yeah, just brace yourself for that. But regardless though, the recap wasn't really too long for this episode, really. I mean, it was on like for the first 2 or 3 minutes, I think, and then we finally just like jumped right into the episode. Yeah, so regardless, yeah, so overall, while I could have given this, the biggest part of this episode, again, is the FaceTime is completely down to completely 0. So the whole world is pretty much fucked right now. And how they gonna fix it? Well, you just gotta wait for it yourselves to actually watch it. So yeah, that's pretty much my review of Fairy Tail episode 259. Overall, it was still a pretty good episode, regardless the way the fight ended, and the whole explanation just kind of brought the points down. I'm sorry, but still, regardless though, it was still a pretty good episode. The animation could have been better in certain parts. There were some times where the animation quality wasn't at its highest peak, so yeah, but regardless though, it was still pretty good. So I'd give the episode a 4 out of 5. Definitely still check it out, even if you're like a big Urza fan. And I really love Urza, don't get me wrong. I do love Urza, don't get me wrong. It's just, I didn't really care for the way that they actually ended, you know, the fight, you know, just from that alone, which was like bonkers. So that to me gets like a 4 out of 5 altogether. Definitely not perfect, but still pretty good episode. Definitely really looking forward to episode 260. Give me your thoughts about this episode and this whole controversy between the manga version and the anime and stuff like that. And, you know, so yeah. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace out. Anime manga fans, keep supporting what you read, what you watch. I'll see you guys next time for episode 260. Bye.